Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the BroTalk, the most random podcast with subjects to make you think. My name is Augusto,
And my name is Marcus.
and we're here today to talk about
Music and
entertainment in general.
Yeah, for sure.
So, let's begin our topic. What kind of music do you like? Let's go with the basics, right?
Oh my god.
What kind of music do you like? Do you play any musical instruments? Oh my god, basic English lesson. But anyway, if you're listening to this and oh my god, they're talking basic English lessons, no. We're going to, as always, take a context, a view out of it, something to improve your life. So keep watching or listening or whatever.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So you asked me what type of music do I like?
Yes, icebreakers.
I like almost everything except Brazilian funk. So
Yeah.
and sertanejo, you know,
Brazilian country.
country music, yeah. So rock, hip hop, rap, some pop music.
Rap like Eminem.
Yeah, I love Eminem.
Oh, by the way,
I don't know that, by the way.
I'm wearing the Peaky Blinders cap.
Yeah. You still need the pipe.
What? Which one? Sorry.
The pipe to smoke.
Oh yes, I didn't.
If you had a pipe, it would be very, very. You would be right into the character.
Yes, maybe I'll find a pipe.
Yeah, and a suit, maybe.
No, not so. It's too hot in here.
Yeah, it is so fucking hot here.
Oh my God.
Okay. So, and what type of music do you like?
Oh, I'm a metal guy.
Only metal?
Basically, yeah, but
Which
no, not only that.
You asked me if I liked Eminem. Do you like Eminem?
A couple of songs, not very
Some of them.
into. And I like Lose Yourself,
Lose
Stand, Rap God.
God.
The real name Shady. The one he sings with Rihanna, I forgot.
I love the way you lie.
Yes,
That's pretty good.
completely forgot the name. Let me see. Shady, I can't remember of any other else. But those are, I think, the most
They're really
famous
good,
ones.
Yeah, I think so.
Most people, when get to know another band, singer, they usually listen to the most famous ones.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is the case.
Yeah.
Can we be to blame?
I don't think so. But talking about Eminem, I think I've listened to most of his songs because I really like it. I like the lyricism, the rhythm, the way that he rhymes every verse. So I really go into that fucking shit.
I watched YouTube shorts of him talking how to rhyme orange.
Orange. That's good.
Because if you listen to us don't know, there is a saying that in English you can't rhyme with orange. So he does that.
It does that because it depends on the way you pronounce the word, isn't it?
It depends
I think it's kind of like
on many
that.
Many things.
The way you pronounce the word and the word that's coming ahead.
Afterwards and
Yeah.
so on and so forth. That's right. But I like mostly, as I said, rock and heavy metal. But I like to listen to some raps, to some electro music, some pop music. But mainly what I would spend my time listening is rock and roll.
Rock and roll, yeah.
Heavy metal and oh god.
Do you know that band? I don't know how to pronounce the name of the band, okay? I think it's Sabaton. Sabaton.
I know by the name, I heard a few songs, but I don't quite remember how it sounds because great many years ago I listened to Sabaton. It's like a power metal something.
I love their music because it's like war songs.
Yes,
So that's why I like it.
some kind of power metal,
Yeah.
like Rhapsody of Fire.
Absolute fire.
That one's great.
I don't know that one.
You
By
should.
Sabaton.
No, it's another band, Rhapsody of Fire.
Rhapsody of Fire is a band. I thought it was a song, sorry.
No, it's an Italian band. Power metal. I think the best song they ever recorded is Dawn of Victory.
Dawn of Victory.
It's a great one. And
I'll take a look.
and they recorded an album with Christopher Lee. You know, Saruman. Tired.
He's dead, isn't
Yes, he died 10 years ago, something like that.
he? 10 years ago? That long?
I think it was more. No, I can't remember. But yeah, he passed. This a long time ago, but he recorded an entire album.
Come on.
With Rhapsody. And Rhapsody's vocalist, Fabio Lione, is the one who sings Angra today.
Oh, come on. Didn't know that.
Great singer. Great. One of the best singers from our time.
Yeah, that's a really good title.
Yeah. It's kind of an speciality.
Maybe.
Because I've always listened to rock and metal, so that's kind of what I do.
Yeah, I don't do that. I just listen to random music, or maybe some songs that I like to,
For example,
that I'd like to learn about the words and things like that. The way that they, for example, Kill Shot. It's by Eminem as well.
No, right.
And I was studying the entire song because it had a lot of the lyricism and the way that he was rhyming the words. So I went there and I tried to study the whole song, the whole lyric, just to understand how to rhyme words. And that's something that I really like to do. I'm not good at rhyming. I tried not to do some song or something like that, but to do a poem. I suck at doing that. But I really enjoy.
It would be very, very easier, simpler to do that in Portuguese.
I don't think so. I've also tried in Portuguese, so I don't think so.
No, what I'm saying it's easier than in English
Why?
because it's our native language.
Yeah, okay.
That's why. Just that. Because that's it.
Yeah, but I think that you can do it if you are really into it and you try to do that. I think you can.
Yes, you can, but if you start, you gotta crawl before you start walk.
Yeah, that's a point, for sure.
So you should try sometime.
Yeah,
But not all music need to rhyme.
for sure.
Because you see many songs, they don't rhyme at all. But the musicality, the tones, pitches, everything,
Yeah,
the sounds rhyme. Not the lyrics, but the sounds,
no, I got you.
the whole thing.
Yeah, but I think that when we are talking about rap, they need to do that.
Yes,
Because it's another specific kind of song. It needs to be there so the song has a rhythm.
That's right, because they don't have many instruments. It's not
Yeah.
focused on the instrument. You see, for example, rock or metal in the case, sorry, the vocalist is just another instrument. It's not the main character.
Yeah,
The lyrics are just another instrument played by one of the members of the band. So you'd say, what instrument do you play? I play voice, a little bit. Me swallowed something. Drink more.
no problem. But yeah, you're right.
I think I just made up a new word, me swallow. New word for everybody. I like to create words and jingles.
So
So,
I brought some interesting things here.
let's see.
So we can talk about. First of all, I don't know if you knew that, but in the USA, people listen to music every day for 1,294,000,000 hours approximately. And It's enough to walk the distance between the sun and the earth 27 freaking times.
It's a lot of time.
It's only in the USA.
Imagine
So-
the world.
Yeah, it is insane. So, this is how much music affects our lives.
Yeah, let's say you're going to do the dishes. What's the first thing you do?
Yeah, I put on music or some podcast, I don't know,
Most people will listen to music.
for sure.
We're going to clean the house. Sometimes study. When you're stressed or you're going to train, what's the first thing you notice when you get into the gym? There's music
Yeah,
playing.
music.
And you put your earbuds. So you listen to music all the time. So basically, yeah.
And talking about places right now, you said in the gym, there's music playing every time. Why is
Yes.
that? Because music affects the way we feel. So
Yes,
it puts
it pump
you in the
up.
mood. Yeah, it puts you in the
mood
mood
to-
to pump some iron.
Yes, to push the weights.
Yeah.
To hit the iron. To get a monster.
So
As we say in Portuguese, ficar monstrão.
yeah, exactly. To unleash the beast that lies inside you.
Yeah. So that's why. Because imagine if you enter the gym and there's no music playing.
Yeah.
People wouldn't work out as hard as they would listen to music. Or even worse, imagine you enter the gym and suddenly you're listening to freaking Mozart.
Yeah.
What would you do? Then you enter the gym, there's some metal pumping, Master Puppets, Metallica, Iron Maiden, or some electro. Dun, 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 dun. You get, oh God, I gotta push it. So you do your workout and go home.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's
Yeah, when there's some shitty music at the fucking gym, I just want to go away sometimes. And that happens kind of often.
yeah. Especially when you're nagging like I am, because I'm really nagging when it comes to music. Really, that's something I should improve myself on because I really don't like to try new music. I just okay, it's
Gotcha.
playing right. Okay, if I need to, if I have to, let's let's browse something else. It's very difficult for me to look to something new. At least when it comes to music. Because, yeah, I'm really inside my bubble on that.
And what about the songs that are trending right now? Do you like them? Some pop songs that are playing around?
Then it comes what I just told you. I
But-
don't listen to. I don't know. I
You
don't
don't
know.
listen, but
I don't know.
Sometimes maybe you are scrolling down on Instagram and
I-
popped up a song.
I mute.
Okay.
I always before opening Instagram or anything, I mute my phone to be sure nothing would play. So I don't know. Even when I'm browsing TikTok, it's mute.
So do you use TikTok?
Sometimes because if you can't get past to the naked girls, you can get cool stuff. Like curiosity about the earth, some beautiful landscapes, sunsets, things like that. And even people try to teach something useful to kids. But you gotta go past the naked girls.
Yeah.
Twerking. It's difficult. I spent, I think, 6 months just clearing the freaking naked girls so I could get to the real stuff. But you can. It's
Got it.
possible. It's
Yeah.
difficult. It's hard work. But you can.
Definitely. I don't think I'm gonna download it.
Yeah, but you can extract, mine something out of it.
Yeah, so there is good thing on TikTok. Okay.
Everywhere. Just
Yeah.
like if you start browsing your reels on Instagram. It's just Instagram, TikTok, it's the Reels, or YouTube
the same
Shorts.
thing, yeah.
It's the same idea, exact same idea.
But I think that Instagram is easier to filter. Maybe.
Sort of, because the damn algorithm screws you up. Because
Yeah.
sometimes something happened to me. I didn't want to see a kind of subject, so I clicked like I don't want to see this.
You block it, okay.
Right.
Kinda like that.
Not blocking, but not to recommend me.
Oh, okay.
Somehow the
I'm not
Instagram understood that I wanted to see more of it, so I kept seeing more and more, and
I got you. Yeah.
so I stopped looking at Instagram for a month, and then it kind of reset, so I could,
Get it.
set up.
Yeah. I think that's a way to do it.
It's a way to do it. If you abandon, you get sad and depressed, feel pain, sorrow. So it kind of resets, and you can, reconfigure that thing.
Yeah. Or you can create another account.
It's too much work, right?
I have 2 accounts because of that.
Actually, I have one account. I don't post anything anymore. I don't let people follow me. I don't follow anyone because it's just for me to browse things.
Yeah, I got
It's
it.
like a browser inside my Instagram. So I have Instagram, I use it, I post things. It's functional, and the one I just just a browser. It's
Got
there. When I just scroll, I go there because my other accounts are professional. So when I look at my feed, it's just stupid because you follow people, random people. So you get nothing of value. Nothing. No. You get politics, you get good morning messages, right? You get pranks, everything. And that is a truck. So you're going to zip it. Or not, I don't know, maybe you just mute it, leave
Yeah.
the subtitles on, but yeah,
I think about it.
it will take about a minute so we can go back talking. So let's talk music. Come on, go away. Right. We record in my house, which is in the corner. So crossroads, corner, you get
Yeah.
the idea. So it will take a while.
All the freaking sound comes in. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So,
And there is a truck shop here.
oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's a car shop, a truck shop. Just my neighbors. So yeah, truck sounds. But I think he went away.
I have one more interesting thing here. Some more, I mean.
Go on.
So, why do we create music? Why do humankind create music?
The humankind, humanity, the human race, the human spirit incarnated on earth. Why? It's a very interesting question.
Do you want to try it?
Go on, be my guest.
One theory that I saw is that music increased chances of survival or reproduction in early ancestors' population. So it was to charm the opposite sex, as birds do sometimes.
It still happens.
Yeah, kinda.
Why do musicians get laid? Sometimes they're freaking ugly.
But they have popularity and
And they
things.
sing, play guitars, and come here, so they do it. So yeah, it still happens, but it's one factor. But I would say something more profound to it.
Let's go.
I just got
What did you want to
embarrassed by this fact. It's because we need to express what we feel, and sometimes we can't do it with words. Sometimes we get, blocked, we get stuck. People would mock us if we say what we feel, right? So we create music. we write it, we play on instrument. You see, if you talk music theory, you can see on instruments, on music, how you can express everything you feel in just a few notes, right? I don't know the proper English terms for that, but there are the major, the minor chords. You have, I forgot the name, is the ones on, I don't know the English terminology for that, but it's called in Italian the devil, il diavolo in musica. I forgot the English name for that. It's just a saying, the devil in the song, which you see on music sheets, the chord has a tiny zero.
No, I don't know.
There's a tiny zero just beside the note. I forgot the name.
I don't think I even know the name in Portuguese, so.
In Portuguese, it's diminuta.
Okay.
It's the ones that they are the ones that sound angry. So that's the thing.
Okay.
A major chord sounds happy. A minor sounds sad. And the diminuta, which I completely don't know, I'd say I forgot, but I simply don't know the name. Sorry about that. But it's very angry. It's aggressive.
That's interesting.
It's weird to listen to it. Like, let me think. The Fifth Symphony from Beethoven. Da 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 da. It's that.
Yeah.
Diminutas.
Oh. That's interesting what you said, because I really think you're right. We use music to get things off our chests.
Yes, it's important.
Yeah.
It's very important. If you think about a more mystical point of view, we talk about the 7 chakras, and the one responsible for us to express in ourselves is the laryngeum, right? The throat chakra. And it's responsible for us to express ourselves no matter the way. It could be words, it could be music, painting, drawing, punching people in the face because you're expressing yourself. It's a way, it's a relation with this center, this fourth center. And that's something like that because sometimes we don't know how to put out, and it acts like that. You're putting things out. You can do music. That's why you can see feelings on music, paintings, drawings, because it's this force, this center. This force center, I think would be the better translation for that. This force center. When you put it out, you're going to express yourself.
It's really good. And I think you don't only see the feelings.
You feel it. You feel
exactly.
That's why we listen to that kind of song we listen on the gym.
Yeah.
Remember, what if you go to the gym and you're listening to Mozart? You're not going to train, but if you're listening to some techno, I use the example of Metallica. Boy, you're pumping iron. Because you get angry along with the music and all those feelings you had. You might be stressed, you might be under pressure, you might be depressed, sad, lonely. And then that song comes and you go and put it all out. You express yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Through that music someone else wrote and recorded, and through your workout.
Awesome.
If you see, do you want to see a fight, MMA fight, UFC, to get heavier? Let them listen to someone who's Slayer,
The Eternals one? Have you listened to that? Do you know the game Doom Eternal?
Yes, I know.
There is the fucking main theme song is awesome, and there's some memes about it. Like
Let us listen.
when those layers comes in.
I don't know.
That's awesome. The song just starts playing and the guy goes out killing everyone.
Yeah, it's
Because
like
this-
Doom.
Okay, there's
Your
one.
dog wrote an insensitive tweet. You
This
can't
is a
eat
meme,
here.
right?
Uh-oh,
Alright.
man. It's a
Gonna put
sensitivity
for you
bomb.
guys.
It was just a joke. There's no such thing as jokes anymore.
Yeah, we live in a post-joke world.
Chris, maybe we should just eat outside?
No, Meg, we're eating here. I'd like to see you try.
Try listening Raining Blood. Try it.
Raining blood?
Raining Blood. Slayer song. You're going to understand why you want to listen when you're, I don't know, making heavy squats.
Slayer,
Raining Blood.
This one?
Yeah.
That's right.
It takes to start. Take a while to start. Start with Thunder. It was featured on Guitar Hero, of course. Sleepy. It's dark. That's what I like most about metal. It's dark.
It's like the guy's preparing for battle right now.
Kind of. It's heavy. Listen to that. This riff. Try not to headbang. I dare you. See? Yeah. Pump some iron, push some weight.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Oh my god, man.
That's why I want to listen to that kind of thing when you're working out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that.
And that's why it wouldn't work if you're trying to study.
Yeah. Yeah, probably.
And you would be looking at your book like that.
Yeah.
And
it
the
would
guy
not
would
work.
start singing because you didn't listen to the guy sing. He starts screaming, "Ready blood!" And it's awesome. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, it is. Oh, come on.
Yeah. But that's why people make music, because they need to express themselves. There's one about, and that's a curiosity about Black Sabbath. Listen, search for it. It's called The Writ.
The Rit.
The Writ. W-R-I-T. You see, the song, this entire album, Sabotage, it was written and recorded because they discovered how much money they really made in Black Sabbath, but their manager just kept stealing it.
Okay.
Just stole all of their money. I read it in I'm Ozzy, his autobiography, and he was talking that one day he just called his manager. Oh, I wanted to ride a Rolls Royce. And the next morning there was a Rolls Royce parked in front of his house. They used a kind of cocaine that came from Afghanistan in glass bottles, 1 liter bottles. And one day they just knew they made money, but never knew how much money they made playing. Then they discovered, so they recorded this entire album, and this song was directly for him. So you will see their anger. That's one thing that's cool about. Could be this one.
First one? Okay.
There's one cool thing about music. Then when you start to understand what the composers felt when they wrote the song, you start feeling too, because oh boy, you know, you put yourself in their shoes. That makes it even cooler. So let's hear it.
Let's take a look.
And it's all horrible.
Oh. It's a zombie, man.
Sanatory.
Oh, I got it.
They start screaming, so don't put it on your ear. You don't want that. It comes blasting metal. It's cool. So cool.
Silence for a moment.
You know, the thrill of the chase.
When there's silence, here comes a
There's
deep
actually
dive.
a bass line.
Yeah, there is.
There's a bass line, a very low bass line. So you can feel their anger, and as you understand what they were feeling when they were recording. Yeah. And they were, you know, a big thing already. They were big thing. Black Sabbath is huge.
Oh my god, man.
I think it was 79 that this album was recorded. I can't remember.
79?
79. I don't
Oh, come
remember
on.
properly.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
They were a big thing already. Because they had, you know, exploded with Paranoid. I think
Got it.
72. Yeah, something like that. 72.
And are they still alive?
Yes.
All of them?
The band is retired. The band itself. But yeah, they're all alive. Their last album was released in 2013. It's called 13.
30.
It's a great album. Great album. They toured with the DN tour. It was their last tour.
Oh, okay.
Because their guitarist, Tony Iommi, one of the greatest guitarists of all time, he had a kind of cancer, I can't remember exactly. So he had to postpone shows. They were performing every 15 days or so because it was really hard on him. You know, treating cancer and playing, they did that. But there was one bad thing because Bill Ward, their original drummer, he was kind of fired out of the band
Yeah.
because he had a severe tendonitis. He couldn't play more than 2 minutes, let alone a show, an entire show. So the drummer who plays to this day with Ozzy was hired to play with Black Sabbath.
Got
But
it.
yeah, they were all live, they still play
It's awesome.
on their respective things, but they all play. They're still musicians.
It's really awesome. It's a long time for
Yeah.
it to be playing, you know.
Yeah,
Most of them just, I don't know, break.
because I don't know, they lack spirit. They lack the spirit. As you see, this album, Sabotage, it was created with emotion. You know? In this case, anger. It's visible if you listen to the entirety of Sabotage. It's an angry album. You finish, this is the last song. They wrap it up with this song, The Writ. And you can see the madness, the anger. You finish, listen to it, you open your eyes, angry. Oh boy, I'm mad. That's how you feel listening to the entire Sabotage, which is big, it's long, very long album. There is one song, it's called Megalomania. It's a huge song, very long track.
How much?
I can remember.
More than 10 minutes or less?
About
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Very long song. Yeah.
Come on.
But when you see, when bands start, you know, just recording because of record, they don't go very far. Because they lack the emotion, they don't express their feelings. That's what we were talking about earlier. They don't express their feelings. They don't put out what they feel. You know, sometimes they can't agree with themselves, and there's always a manager. Sometimes there's a team of writers, composers, and the manager themselves who compose the songs, and the singers just sing them. They have nothing to do with composing the songs, and they go for a while because you know the manager he or she has a lot of money,
Yeah.
so he pumps the song up, but that's it.
Got it.
They last a year because you see the trendings are yearly trendings. What is a trend this year won't be next year, and what was a trend in 2020 it's not this year.
Yeah, for sure.
It's that. But this kind of song, you see, Paranoid. Paranoid was top one in the UK for a great many years. And still, it's remembered to this day.
Paranoid.
Paranoid.
I don't think I've ever listened to them.
I think you might have, you just don't remember.
Maybe.
It was on video games. A Super Nintendo game. There was this game, it's called Rock and Roll Racing. And it featured real songs. And one of them was Paranoid.
Yeah, I can't remember.
That album, it's called Paranoid. But the original name was supposed to be War Pigs. Because there's a song called War Pigs. It's a great song, one of the best songs from Black Sabbath. And then with this song, it was created. So the entirety of the album was created to criticize the War of Vietnam, the Vietnam War. That's why the album was supposed to be called War Pigs, but the recording with Universal, and it wouldn't be released in the US because of censorship. It was too directly criticizing the American government. So they renamed it to Paranoid.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
So that's why it's called Paranoid, the album. So you see, they criticized the American government, the war, the way the war was going. I don't know if you're listening to this, there are, renovations somewhere around us.
Yeah.
I don't really know where, but just ignore
I don't
it.
think they are.
If you are,
Sorry for that.
sorry for that.
There's nothing we can do.
Yeah. So, there's something. But when you get, I don't know, let's take another band, for example, Iron Maiden.
I remember. Okay.
Iron Maiden. Bruce Dickinson is a historian. He puts his expertise in the songs. He puts his feeling, his knowledge, he puts energy in making them.
Right.
So, they're a success. If you take the most famous music, the most famous songs, in Trooper, it's about World War I.
It's the best one for me.
Yeah. Run to the Hills, it talks about the American colonization. The Europeans fighting the indigenous people of the US. Aces High is about World War II. Let's see, I can remember. Alexander the Great, obviously, about Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
So he's a kind of another trucks.
I think they are top 3 for me, but that one, Alexander the Great, I've never listened.
It's a quite a long song, too. Let me think.
Yeah, I don't know.
You see, there's another famous one that's not that famous, which is Bring Your Daughter to Slaughter. It doesn't talk really much about anything, but still does. But it has feeling.
Oh yeah.
For example, Fear of the Dark. Everyone knows Fear of the Dark. It is so filled with this feeling, this terror, which is, it's part of metal. It's a characteristic, fear. The song is a threat to you, to your sanity, to your life, because that's something about it. It's aggressive, and it's so full of fear. Fear. It's in the name of the song.
Yeah.
But if you take it, it's an aggressive song. The riffs are strong. It starts to whisper to, make your neck skin crawl. It's a blast.
Yeah, it is, for sure.
Why? Because there's feeling in it. All of this basic heavy metal lesson to say we make music to feel.
Exactly. And still, I have one more thing for us to think about.
Oh.
Let's go on. This one is very interesting because you have a baby, so I found that could be interesting for you to think about. So, music can help us to develop some important skills for survival as kids, social and cognitive skills. It also creates special bonds between the baby and its parents, and it is important for the baby to receive the best care. This is why the way we talk to children is different. We use some pitch patterns, tone of our voices, rhythm, etc. It's called infant-directed speech. And it's instinctively, but helps the parents to create this important bond with the child.
Yes.
So, I think this is the most important thing we said till now. Maybe.
Yeah, it is, because we do that, as you said, it's instinctive. We do that when we talk to children. Music is important because it's a lot of information. That's one thing about today's music and today's pop is just repetition. You don't really put your brain to think. That's why many people don't like old music.
Yeah.
That's why classical music is so difficult to find people who actually like.
Do you like it?
I do.
So do I.
It's difficult. Try going out. I like classical music and see how many people will come to you, saying me too. They won't.
Yeah.
Because
Probably
it's
not.
difficult. To your brain, it's tired. So there's another study which says that you shouldn't be listening to classical music and trying to study at the same time, because it's too much information for your brain to process. Except if you're listening to Mozart, because there's something called the Mozart effect. It's a completely another thing. But if you're trying for Beethoven, Bach, Brahms.
Yeah, that's a lot of information. But do you think that it happens only in Brazil? Because maybe people here, it's
No.
not cultural for us to listen to.
No, it's every country in the world has their own version of Brazilian funk.
Yeah, I think so. But I think
It's
that,
called pop.
yeah, I think that it's more common out there, especially in Europe or some places like that, to listen to classical songs.
We think of that because we always see movies,
Yeah,
but we don't look at the poor people, the people who won't have access to this kind of music. And when they do, because it's a culture thing, you're born, right? And you're going to be fed with the information that's around you. So when you come to face something, let's say, so aggressively different, you won't like it. It's really,
Yeah.
Let's talk food, for example. Here in Brazil, there is something called feijoada. If you're not from Brazil, you're missing something very tasty. I don't know if you like it. There are
I
many
like
people who don't like it. But we have feijoada, right?
yeah,
Many people in Brazil love feijoada.
for sure.
But Many people in Brazil don't like Japanese food. Why? But if you go to Japan, many people won't like feijoada, but they, of course, will love Japanese food because they live in freaking Japan. So you see, it's cultural. Or, for example,
Opera. I was thinking about that because if you like opera and you want to sing opera in Brazil, you're probably going to starve to death.
Yes.
But if you go to Europe, maybe Italy, I don't know if Spanish would count on.
Even US.
Yeah, probably. You could work singing opera, but
Because
here
there are
you would
incentives.
die. Yeah.
Yeah. Many things you do here, you die. We're talking about rock. You know, there are plenty rock bands, metal bands, good ones here in Brazil, popping up every corner, just like they were in the 80s, 70s, in the 60s.
Yeah.
There are many good bands, metal bands, rock and roll bands popping up every day. But if you talk to the members of the band, even if they release albums, they won't live, they won't make a living out of it because they can't. And they don't get better at what they do because they can't focus. Oh, I can't live out of it, so I have to study, what my job is, I have to work, so I can eat,
Yeah.
basically.
It would be impossible, yeah.
But yeah, we talk opera because an extreme, but anything you will do. People who want to live out of different kinds of music, they go abroad.
They have to.
They have to. But we're talking about kids, right? Kids learning. Trucks, again. Freaking trucks. If you take...
Another one. Oh fuck, man. Today is a fucking busy day. Relax, man, calm down.
Right. I even forgot what I was going to say.
I have no idea. You were starting to talk about kids.
Yeah, I'm trying to rewire my brain.
We were
Different
talking about opera.
Kids, yes. If you expose a child to a kind of music that will help his or her development, the child will grow up smarter. If you put difficult things for the child to listen, the child will be accustomed to face difficult things in life. For example, if you let your child listen to just plain funk, not funk, Brazilian funk.
Yeah.
The child will grow up with bad cognition because it's just that the child will be, enforced. Let's can use the word. I don't think I could, but let's say that the child just listen to funk. It will be used to doing repetitive things. He or she won't probably be able to think for himself. It's a problem. But let's see. I'm not saying you should put classical music for children to listen all the time.
Yeah.
But if the child is used to a certain degree of difficulty, he or she will grow up knowing life can be hard, but I'm used to solving problems. Because when you listen to it, even though you don't think about it as a problem, your brain is trying to process all that information at once. So then the child will grow up processing difficult things. So it's much more likely for a person that's really, really good in math to listen to, this kind of music, or aggressive music, many instruments, many things to process at once.
And they also say that kids that learn to play an instrument on early ages, they are smarter than people that don't.
Because they are developing a different skill early on.
Got it. It makes
So
sense.
it will be easier for them to develop new skills.
That must be true.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah.
Just compare
Yes.
data.
It's because I've never seen a child that did that till now.
Yeah.
Most of them don't really do, and when they do, it seems like they have a gift.
Not exactly a gift, but they did that kind of
I got
thing.
you, but I don't know. It has to be very early on, so it's kind of I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think we're good, right? 53
Yeah.
minutes
Oh, already?
already.
Come on.
Look at that. Okay.
Yeah,
So,
it was very fast today.
let's take a lesson out of it. A quick lesson.
What kind of?
Get out of your bubble. And that's a tip to myself.
Get
Try
out of your
new
bubble.
things. Expose yourself to difficult things.
Are you gonna try to listen to these songs on Instagram?
No. I can try, I don't know, different bands. I say
There are some good songs there.
brainly difficult things, you know?
Okay.
Challenging things for brain to process. That's what I'm going to try.
Okay.
Because if you don't expose yourself to that kind of thing, you won't be able to solve hard problems. So get out of your bubble. Do it. You know, the slogan, just do it.
Just do it. Try new songs, guys.
Try
That's
to support us, Nike.
Yeah.
Be our patron.
We don't have one yet, but
Yet, because this is episode 2.
but maybe in some 10 episodes or so, maybe we can create one.
Maybe.
Yeah. So that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
So, do you want to
So-
end it?
Be my guest.
So, that's it. We have come to a wrap, and I thank you all guys for being here, joining us on this podcast. And I see you guys.
On the next awesome freaking episode of the BroTalk.
That's it. See you
That's it.
guys.
Yeah.